What's up YouTube, this is Dave setting up 187. This is another video to do with Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain on the PS4 First Impressions. Another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much this is my first impressions for Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain on the PS4. First I want to talk about, does this game live up to the hype? That's the major thing I do want to mention in this video. You know, you got it pretty much getting, tens across the board. All these people that, were hyping the game up, different gaming sites and everything, and, a lot of people saying that they were paid off and all this shit. In my opinion, out of all the games that I saw that were hyped up, and any one of them that delivered, it was this game, this generation. Watch Dogs was hyped up like hell, did not deliver. Destiny was another one that was hyped up like hell, it did not deliver. Any of the ones that actually was hyped up like that actually delivered, it's this one. From what I played so far, this is a first impressions. Pretty much so far in this game, I am on mission 9, so I played a good, good majority of it, the beginning of it, to give you a good first impressions. Pretty much other than that, you have a lot of controversy surrounding this game. The review scores, which I basically just talked about. You have Kojima's name not being on it. Pretty much the whole thing with Kojima's name, which I think is funny, and one thing that kind of aggravates me with this game. One thing that I do not like about this game, after every mission, the credits roll. Even in the beginning of the mission, you see the credits. And the funny thing is, you don't really hear anybody really talking about that. And one thing that I find funny with the whole thing is, yeah, they may have took Kojima's name off the fucking box, but his name's throughout the whole motherfucking game. Like, from what I played so far, every mission you do, Kojima's name, is on the beginning of the mission, and at the end, the credits, they roll it, and that's really fucking annoying. Another thing that I want to talk about, which I don't hear a lot of people else really mentioning, that's kind of not right, which I was talking to my buddy One White Kong about. Shout out to you, buddy, great subscriber, appreciate all your support in my videos and my live stream, all the support you've given me since day one. He pretty much mentioned, we were talking about how, not a lot of people are saying that the multiplayer isn't in this game day one. This is like a generation where people accept that, stuff isn't in the game. Like, developers are like, oh, well, they won't care, we'll just patch it down the road. For example, Splatoon. That game was missing fucking everything when it came out, and they just patched it down the road, which there was people that complained about it, but I don't see many people talking about the multiplayer not being in this motherfucker. So, with the game as it is, so far from what I played, do I think it deserves a 10? Yes, but would that be the case if the multiplayer was in it? I don't know. Because we don't know. The multiplayer isn't in the motherfucker. But yeah, pretty much so far I play this game, it's fucking amazing. I'm sure I'm going to love the whole game. I'm on mission 8, so from what I played from the beginning to where I'm at now, it's been fucking action-packed. Pretty much the story of this game, from what I can gather so far, it takes place after the events of Ground Zeroes, which that game is a prequel to this game. This is a sequel. You wake up in a coma, you learn from the doctor you've been in a coma for 9 years, and pretty much your public enemy number one. You got everybody and their mother after you. And, in this scene actually right here that I'm using for this video, this is exactly what happens after you wake up in this game. Everything goes to fucking hell. They're destroying the hospital. You have some of the villains, like I think that's Psycho Mantis that shows up, and this other guy that I can't remember who he is, if he was ever in the Metal Gear Solid series, the guy with the fire that absorbs bullets. It's just fucking awesome. This game pulls you in right from the get-go. Do I think you have to play, the other Metal Gear Solid games to understand what's really going on in this story? I mean, if you want the whole backstory and everything, yeah, but can you enjoy this game without playing those games? Yes. I would just at least recommend you play Ground Zeroes. And a lot of people didn't want to get Ground Zeroes because pretty much it was a short game. It was pretty much a fucking demo. But if you have PlayStation Plus and Xbox Gold, they just given that game away for free. So you should have been able to play that. And your information carries over from that game to this game. You can actually download it to this game. Yeah, I would at least recommend playing Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, because this is a sequel to that. But I don't think you need to play the other ones to get a general understanding of what's going on, because that's how it's always been with me. I haven't played all of the Metal Gears. I've played, you know, most of the big ones, you know, that's been on PlayStation, except for, you know, I've always, whenever I played the game, I've always had a general, you know, idea of what was going on. You know, other than that, let me think of what else I want to talk about. Graphics in this game. 1080p 60 frames per second on the PS4. We have not seen many games really do that this generation unless there have been like a remaster. So this game, graphic-wise, I would say is one of the best games graphic-wise. I say yes, it's even better than the Order in my opinion. On the Xbox One, it is 900p, but it still looks good. 60 frames per second, 900p, 60 frames per second. I think either version's great, and it's on the PC. I'm sure that's the best version of the game, you know, according to the PC elitist. Then it's even on last generation too. So this game actually is on pretty much all platforms, but I would say it's best looking on, like, you know, the PS4 and the PC. Pretty much gameplay. The AI is insane in this game. You know, you could be off a fucking, you know, the AI could spot you from a mile away. The AI is so impressive in this game. It's some of the most impressive AI I've ever seen in a video game. You can go up to a command post and get spotted, and, you know, they can contact other command posts. If you run off and run into another one, you'll see that there's more, you know, enemies that grouped up there. It's fucking impressive. So you've got to use stealth. If you don't like stealth games, this game is not for you. So if you're just getting into the Metal Gear franchise, fucking don't even bother, because, you know, I notice a lot of people here in this YouTube gaming community does not like stealth, so I don't think you'd like this game. You know, this is one of the stealth games that I would say is one of the games you have to use, like, it's stealth is a must. You're not going to go in there guns blazing like a lot of people like to do, because you're going to be sadly mistaken when you fail the mission, you know. So yeah, we talked about the AI. The game takes place in Afghanistan, and I think you eventually go to Africa. It's open world. That's fucking awesome. I believe out of all the Metal Gears I've played, this is the first one in the series that's open world. Other than that, so far, I'm loving the game. I couldn't ask for more. This game is everything I thought it would be and more. Oh, one other thing. Before each mission, you have a loadout screen, and you can customize your loadout, get different gear. You even get a buddy, like a horse, and which I find is funny. I've been playing The Witcher 3, and I'm new to that series. Witcher, I never played The Witcher, and I think it's funny that you always call for your horse, you know. And in this game, Metal Gear, where you never, you know, I've never had a horse in any Metal Gears I've played. You can call for your horse just like in Witcher 3. It comes out of nowhere. So it's a video game. It is what it is. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is a great game. I would recommend this game to anybody. Tell me what you think in the comments section. More videos to come. Thank you, YouTube.